Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Juliet if you're new here, and today I'll be walking you through 11 reasons why your hair is not growing or you haven't seen any changes in length in the past year or two or more. Hopefully not. So first things first is UV rays from the sun. Ultraviolet rays from the sun are actually really harsh and they can change your hair color, they can damage your hair, they can dry out your hair. So it wastes all that moisture that you put in your hair, and then you go out in the sun and you spend like 2 hours. If you work in the sun or you or you leave your hair exposed and you're in the sun a lot, then you might be victim to ultraviolet rays. If you've seen the difference between my chemically relaxed hair and my hair now, people always ask me how come my hair was brown then and then my hair is black now. I mean, one of the reasons apart from relaxers is the sun. The sun changes your hair color, so be aware of that. UV rays from the sun can actually damage your hair. Now number two is chlorinated water. I know if you love to swim, this is so annoying, but yeah, chlorine in water actually really affects your hair. So I would suggest that before you swim, spray some water in your hair and then add a lot of like shea butter or very thick butter to make sure that your hair is not able to absorb anything else. So once your hair has absorbed to its capacity, even when you do go swim with your hair, you don't have any issues. But then obviously I don't want to say don't swim because I love swimming too, but just try to regulate it and make sure that you listen to your hair as well to see if there's any differences and see if your hair has been taking in too much chlorinated water. It'll really staunch your hair growth because your hair will be breaking a lot more now. So number three is pollutant in the atmosphere. So yeah, pollution in the atmosphere does affect the health of your hair. So as UV rays can affect your hair color, so I do suggest that you cover up your hair sometimes, give your hair a break, wear hats, wear scarves, rock it, wear turbans, switch it up. You don't have to wear your hair out all the time, especially if you're trying to figure out what's going on with your hair. Now, number four, nutritional deficiency. Okay, so you need to remember the hair grows from the inside, and the thing with our body is it gives nutrients last to our hair and nails. So if you're not eating properly, your body may not take nutrients to your hair and your nails because it feels that those are not the most important parts of your body. Make sure that you're healthy. So always make sure that you eat right, make sure that your body does not choose to neglect your hair and your nails. Number five is inconsistency in your regimen. Yes, you're guilty. I'm guilty too. I'm pointing fingers, but four are pointing back at me because I'm also guilty as well. Over the past year, I had no time for my hair. Not that I had no time, I didn't create time for my hair. And that was just because I was so occupied doing different things. Planning a wedding, trying to figure out what to do, so many things. So my hair was the last thing on my mind. And having come from a place where I gave my hair luxury treatment and it felt like a spoiled child and it was growing, flourishing, to begin to take things away from it little by little, obviously it reacted, it began to break. I had split ends, I had single strand knots all of a sudden in most parts of my hair, and I had to trim more. So you have to be consistent in your regimen if you want your hair to look a certain type of way. Apart from people who have awesome genes, awesome hair genes, for most of us who don't, we need to be consistent in our regimen, okay? So number six, we're using the wrong products for your hair type. If your hair crushes me and you have type 3 curls, my products, the products that I recommend here, may not work for you. May not, but I do recommend that you try them first. But they may not work for you. So I do suggest that I have a video on hair porosity and hair texture that describes particular hair products that each type of hair should be using. So have a look at that video to make sure that you're using the right products for your hair. Okay. Number seven, you have hands in hair syndrome. When I was in high school, I used to have a friend that whenever she was studying, nighttime when we had study periods, she always used to pick at her edges, unconsciously. So she's probably solving maths and then she's picking at her edges, and within 2 weeks, I'm not joking, everything here was gone. No jokes. And it's actually a problem. Like, the more pressure you put on your hair follicles, the looser it gets and the easier it falls out. I'm actually not exaggerating. If you have hands in hair syndrome, or that's what we call it, the hands in hair syndrome, where you just can't keep your hands out of your hair, you might actually be breaking your hair. I know. So, number 8, you are not moisturizing properly. I know we hear a lot about moisture this, moisture that, moisture this, moisture that, but a good balance of moisture would actually make your hair thrive more, make your hair moisturize for longer, that stay softer for longer, and it just saves you time and saves your hair, like, the struggle, the dryness. So you need to be able to moisturize properly. So this also affects number 6. Sometimes even when you're using the right products, you may not be using them in the right sequence. For some people, they use leave-in conditioners first, then they use hair moisturizers, and they use oils. That's people like me. That's the LCO method. That's the leave-in conditioner, the cream, and the oils, because our hair is really thick and it just absorbs better that way. So we layer the products like that. But then for some people, leave-in conditioners, oils, and creams work better. So I think you should experiment personally on what works for your hair and see what works best. Okay, let me know in the comment section which one works best for you. Don't judge anyone. Everyone's hair type is different. So if LCO works for you, perfect. If LOC works for you, thumbs up. Perfect too. So moving on, number 9, don't forget your hair in protective styles. It is so tempting. Like, after a while, you decide to put your hair away and in nice looking braids or in a weave, or you wear a wig and you just forget your hair. Like, I mean, what's the point of moisturizing your hair when I can always put a wig on or put a weave on or braid it up? But that's the thing though, if you forget your hair underneath, you forget to moisturize with your braids in, or when your weaves are in, or when you take off your wigs, your hair will show you when you take it down that these are the results of not moisturizing me. Your hair will break. Like, literally all the hair that you should have gained while your hair was in the protective style, you would actually lose it. Which defeats the whole point of wearing your hair in protective styles, because your protective styles are supposed to allow your hair gain length, and then at the end of the day you end up losing the hair. So yes, please don't forget your hair in protective styles, because yeah, that affects your hair growth as well. So number 10, I think people actually belittle the importance of sleeping with a satin scarf or a satin pillowcase. It's actually it saved my edges, it saved my hair, it saved me from moisturizing so much. I moisturize twice in a week and my hair is still soft, because when I go to bed I make sure that my hair is all tied up and it retains the moisture that I've put in it maybe 2 days or 3 days beforehand. So always make sure to sleep with a satin scarf. I have my nighttime routine already uploaded on my channel, so you could go watch that if you have no clue what to do at night. Number 11, well, the final one. I'm reading from my laptop. You can always find all this information on my blog. Yeah, if you didn't get any of this, you can always go back and have a look through all the articles as well that you may be seeking answers to. Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe. So number 11, doing a length check every other day will frustrate you. I know what it feels like when you want your hair to just grow. Like, I mean, I'm doing all this for you. Why aren't you growing? Like, just grow, please grow. And then you keep going to the mirror, like, I'm doing this. Like, okay, today it's here. Oh my gosh. And then today it's still here. Why isn't it not growing? So don't be that person. Don't be that person, please. Your hair is probably growing. Just you checking every day, you would not see. You notice the difference in hair growth after 2 to 3 months. So please don't do it every day. You'll really get frustrated and you will really think that your hair is not growing, even if it might be. So I hope my 11 tips helped you in some way, and I hope that you've learned something today. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and you can follow me on Instagram if you want to, on Facebook and whatever else social network there is, on Twitter if you want to. You don't have to, but What you do have to do is subscribe if you if you like this video. Subscribe and obviously like the video. So yeah, take care of yourselves, lovelies, and I'll be back with more videos every Tuesdays and Fridays. So take care. Bye bye.